My name is Peter, and I'm the founder of Airlief, where we help people breathe better and live smarter. Imagine the feeling when you cannot take a breath. This is exactly how I feel each time when air pollution gets high. Because I suffer from asthma since a child. 1 in every 5 people is like me, sensitive to air pollution. People with respiratory or heart problems, pregnant women, urban bikers, all of them being part of the highly sensitive groups. While many are measuring air quality, we're focusing on aggregating, analyzing, and modeling these data. We built a cloud-based solution that is not only measuring the concentration like every other, but also calculates the personal exposure and tries to minimize the health effect of air pollution. Our product is a mobile app and the infrastructure behind it. And with the Airlief app, you receive a personalized advisor on air pollution developed with health professionals. It combines environmental information and information about you. Our second product is a face protection mask. And as sustainability is important for our clients, the mask is made out of 60% recycled materials. It is reliable and stylish. The other alternatives are missing systematic efforts. For example, data apps are showing that outdoor air is bad, but they do not really give you pragmatic solutions to protect yourself. Other high-end mask producers are simply e-commerce businesses. For the last 6 months since we started production of the mask, we generated 170,000 euros in sales. We have traction and have been growing both in B2C and B2B sales. The company reached break-even in December 2019 and operates at 50% gross margin. Currently, our app is free and has users from 68 countries. It is truly scalable solution. Users are increasing with 284% year by year and is in the top 6 air pollution apps in the world. B2B2C is our business model. And for the end customers, we'll be using a freemium model, while to enterprises will be providing access to target groups and data as a service. We are experienced business and tech people on board, and we have a significant domain knowledge. Industry experts are also involved as advisors. For the last 2 years, we worked on the design and engineering and participated in 2 accelerators to be ready for market. Last year, we started production, and 2 months after, we became cash flow positive. We scaled our platform and initiated important partnerships. Next steps are securing a seed investment and EU medical device certification for the app. We are looking for 200,000 euros for market expansion, which will allow us to add 50,000 new B2B and B2C customers and generate 1.5 million euros in revenue over the next 16 months. Thank you. And I would be happy to discuss any investment interest and suggestions for new distribution channels in your country. Thank you.
Thank you also, Petar, and we're glad to have you in this edition. Now it's time, 5 minutes and a bit more for Q&A. Just by the show of hands, let me see who's going to go next. So we have Sergio and then Dragos, and I'm going to ask you after them. Please go on, Sergio.
Hi, very nice speech. Quick question, since you have a mixed model, business to business and business to consumer, can you elaborate a little bit more on the pricing model that you have for the enterprise area?
We are currently testing some examples. For example, we had a pilot project with insurance company in Poland. Poland is as well a very polluted country in Europe. But basically, we are providing data that will help them for improving their products. Depending on their industry, there would be just a different price segments.
Thank you.
And regarding the end customer, it will be a freemium model, where it will be like a free stuff for the app as being a lifestyle app, but for the medical part will be a paid version.
All right, so let's get up in here with many other questions. We had Dragos, and then we'll move on to Christian, just for you to know the order. So Dragos, could you jump in with your question and then move on to Christian's?
Hi, two questions. So you said you want to raise 200K. At what valuation?
This will be discussed further.
Okay.
Thank you.
And second, is this mask also anti-COVID?
Can you repeat your question? Just the connection wasn't very good.
So this mask is also anti-COVID?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is FFP certified. So basically, it's a respirator. It came up that we were the only producers of high quality masks in Bulgaria. So the COVID surprise came good at us, and for 24 hours we could make a model that is for medical personnel, and we supplied quite some hospitals in Bulgaria.
It's at level N95 or N99.
Yes, it is FFP2, which is the European,
FFP2,
and
okay.
it is almost the same as N95, which is in America.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Let's now move on to Christian, and also please, by the show of hands, let me see who wants to go next with a question while Christian is addressing his.
Hi, Petar. So, hi again.
Hi.
So the questions from my side, two of them. First of all, can you please just state in a sentence what are exactly the deliverables of your product? And then I'm not referring to the masks. I'm referring to the data aggregation that you are saying, so the insights. And the second question, considering also your focus for Romania right now, can you tell us how many devices are you mapping in your database inside the cloud? I mean, how many meters or air quality monitoring devices are you mapping, and from how many providers? And if you can give us this insight for many.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I surely cannot give you exact number of the devices that there are, but there are several hundreds, I would guess, because we are integrating both official data and low cost sensors. So the user can choose either to use only the official data from official measurement stations, or they can use all of them. But I would guess there are a few hundred as we're integrating. I think there are 3 networks at the moment in Romania. I know that you're also building such. Yeah, we are looking forward to integrate yours as well. And what is the next deliverable? Well, the main deliverable is basically adding an additional layer of intelligence software, which is the geofence, which will provide to not just to measure the concentration, but additionally to improve the personal acquisition to air pollution, because this is the problem both for researchers, for policymakers, and for companies to address the air pollution problems to the health problems.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Here's how we'll do, because we have at least 2 more questions, one coming from Nicoleta in this order and one coming from Andrea. I would ask them both to state their questions and then leave you enough time to fit in less than 2 minutes the answers, or at least most of the answers for them. Do we have a deal? Nicoleta, could you go first, and then Andrea?
Yes, hi. The question from my side, how much from your business results in the last 6 months come from this pandemic situation, actually? And how much is related, and how much of it do you think you will be able to keep also after the pandemic is over?
Great.
Okay,
one.
I think it's a very logic question. Well,
just a bit.
let's say that we started in a quite good time. So we started production in November while we were designing the mask for 2 years, and since November we were quite successful actually in selling, because we already had around 5,000 subscribers in our email list. So those people were already interested. We targeted them very well, market-wise. And then when the COVID came, we had to rise on steroids, basically. We had to grow on steroids. But it gave us quite good confidence because it tested all our team, and it gave us opportunity to have money to reinvest into going into other markets, which, for example, is Hungary, Czech Republic, and Germany at the moment. We're rebuilding the website. We're building the whole logistics, because this is the backbone of, as you know, of every e-commerce. So I would say that it's more than 50% the COVID situation, but COVID will go, and unfortunately air pollution will stay. So this is where we're focusing, and of course other pandemics will come and we'll be prepared, but air pollution will stay for long.
What's something else that it's going is the time, but I would give you the chance to take Andrea's question for you to crunch on your side. So Andrea, state your question and then we move on to the next.
Thank you. I'm going to be very brief because you touched
the question and he'll deal with it.
So what part of your business estimates do you consider will be based in the future 2 years on the COVID situation, and how much on the air pollution? So if you were to split the business incomes into COVID and the air pollution sales, how would you split them?
All right.
Well, definitely air pollution.
Petar, just state one sentence about this, because the time is off. If you can, comprise it into one sentence. If not, this is a question for you to actually think about later and crunch it on your own. Maybe you can catch up.
Okay, we'll continue after. But yeah, air pollution is our focus. This is where data really matters. And this is where it's still the #1 environmental problem in the world. So this for sure will stay, and this for sure we have quite some advantage. And our app is scalable.